In today's video, we are going to look at Selleramp. We are going to do a deep dive into Selleramp. If you do not know what Selleramp is, it's a tool that allows you to do multiple things for your Amazon online arbitrage business or wholesale if you do wholesale, such as quickly calculating your profits, looking at other sellers' storefront with a way better interface that if you were to do it with the Amazon interface. It's going to allow you to make some data analysis and manage your leads by exporting them to Spreadsheet. If you want to try the tool, there's a link in the description for 14 days free trial. So if you use it, feel free to use my link. I'll get a little something in exchange. And if I've helped you in the past or if I helped you with this video, best way to thank me is to actually get the tool with this link. So before we actually dive into the video, I offer one-on-one coaching. If you need help scaling your Amazon FBA business, there's a link in the description for one-on-one coaching. Get the help of somebody that did it in the past and that helped tens of sellers, tens if not hundreds of sellers do it in the past. You can just look at the Discord server, the success tab, and see a lot of the success that a lot of sellers that I helped were able to reach. Another thing that you're going to find in the description, as I said, we have a Discord server. If you want to grow, you need to network. Best way to do it, join the Discord server, start being active, ask questions, answer questions, share your experience. Soon enough, you'll make some friends, you'll build a network, and it will be way more fun to grow this business, and it will be way easier as well. So let's start looking at Selleramp. And the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is the two different plans, because there's two plans and there's a big difference in between them, and I'm going to tell you which one I believe that you should take. Now, the main difference in between those two plans is we do not care about all this, okay? We do not care about the number of Chrome extension installed that you can have, all that stuff. The main thing that we care about is the number of lookups per month, okay? It's the number of ASINs that you can look up a month, okay? And so with the getting started plan, you only can look up 1000 ASINs. Now, 1000 ASINs, if you are trying to run this business like seriously, and this is why it's called getting serious, I guess, is nothing, okay? It's like 30 ASINs a day. The thing is that if you just want to find one ASIN a day, you are going to need to look at way more than 30 ASINs a day, okay? You are going to need to look at hundreds of ASINs a day. And so, in my opinion, the getting started plan does not really make sense. So I would recommend that you get the getting serious plan because you have unlimited lookups per month. 1000 is nothing. You are going to go through way more ASINs than that. You are going to need to go through way more than 1000 ASINs a month, especially at the beginning, if you actually want to get some success with this. If you want to be successful with this business, and if you want to actually learn, because it's going to hinder your growth tremendously if you are not able to look at more than 1000 leads a month. Okay, so this is the main thing. I would recommend that you get the getting serious plan. That's the first thing. So this is basically Selleramp, and let's look at the homepage. So when you if you log in on Selleramp on their website, this is the first thing that you are going to see. It's just a search. It just looks like a search engine, but it's not the only place where you can use Selleramp. So you are going to be able to use Selleramp on the Amazon, just on the Amazon website with a sidebar. You can place it at different places. I like it on the left. Some people place it here. I do not like it. It's really weird. And some people place it on the right. It looks decent actually on the right. It takes less space, and it takes less space on the page, so I would understand. But personally, I just got used to place it on the left right here. It's just a matter of preference. So basically, as I said, the main thing with Selleramp, the main reason you're going to use it is because it's a easy to use profit calculator. No. Is it the only reason you're going to use it? No, but it allows you to quickly see if a product is actually profitable. Okay, so for example, if I get this product for $5, I can see that I'm going to make $6.80 profit and 136% return on investment. Now, you may notice that if you already have Selleramp, I have my profit margins and my break-even point, okay? These things, you're not going to see these things by default, and you will need to go to the settings. So I would go here to the settings, and I will just scroll down, and you can see right there, show profit margins, show return on investment, show break-even, and show for summary. So you probably want to turn that on. I mean, it's not that necessary because the profit margins is really not a relevant, as I said in previous video, a relevant KPI in my opinion. But this is something that you want to use, that you probably want to use. It's just more data if you want it. If not, that's fine. But if you want to turn it on, this is where you need to go. No. You'll notice that I skipped a couple of things and we're going to talk about it. So first of all, eligible is just to tell you if you are eligible to actually sell a product. I do not have my Selleramp linked to my Amazon seller account, so for that reason I'm not even using this. And to be honest, once you sell as much as I do, you are pretty much ungated. You're going to get ungated in pretty much everything. Just with, you're going to get automatically ungated. Now, if you are starting, it's probably not the case. And, you know, if I really want to check, I just go on Seller Central and I check. Personally, I do not like to link my seller account to tools, personally. Now, the alert tab is going to tell you multiple things, such as, for example, with this product, it's a private labeling product, which means that the brand is actually selling on the listing. And so it's going to tell you that it's probably a private label product, and so it's a product that you can potentially disregard, okay? Same thing, there's different other alerts, such as the variation that's going to alert you that this is a product with variation, which is something that you, that if you're a beginner, this is something that you need to look at, but if you're a little bit more experienced, you'll learn how to play with the variation pretty fast. Now, the reason why I do not necessarily look at the alert tab is because there's a specific alert, and I have a lot of questions about it. It's the IP complaint alert. And so if you do not know what an IP complaint is, it's a complaint that brands issue on Amazon to you to get you to leave a listing. Okay? And so it can affect your account health. Now, in my experience, the IP alert on Selleramp is not that accurate, okay? There's a ton of false positive. In my experience, a better tool to use is a Chrome extension that is called IP Alert. It's a free lifetime membership. I think it's like, it's either $100, $200, $150, $200. I do not remember. It's a tool that is going to help you a lot, and this is what I would trust a little more. No, there are some false positive with IP Alert as well. But it's way better than, way better than the IP alerts with Selleramp. No. So yeah, we looked at this. Then you have the BSR. You have a lot of data that you can see right there. With the quick info, you will see the BSR, the estimated sales, and the maximum cost at which you need to get the products based on your settings. Now, the BSR, if you do not know what it is, the BSR is the sales rank, is going to tell you pretty much how popular a product is on Amazon, and you can deduct from the sales rank how fast an item is selling, okay? On most categories, anything below 50,000 sells super fast. I said in most categories. I think the only exception that I can think of is the video game category, but except from that, anything under 50,000 will sell super fast. Most categories, anything under 100,000 is decent. And yeah, after that, you can, by the way, while I think about it, if you want to, you can use the Jungle Scout. You go to junglescout.com/estimator, and if you want to get a more accurate estimation, because in my experience, this is the best tool when it comes to turning sales rank into data, into the number of sales. Let's use 50,000, for example. It's going to give you a sales estimate for your sales rank, and in my opinion, it's way more accurate than most things. So let's look at 50,000 in beauty, for example. It's going to tell me that it sells 300 times a month. Now, you can do it 10 times for free, and you know, what you need to understand is that the sales rank will differ for every single category. So if something is number is 50,000 rank in beauty, it's not going to be the same thing as something that is 50,000 in toys. So let's use this as an example. Let's look at toys. So in toys and games, 50,000 will be 480 sales. So it will sell faster than a 50,000 product on in the beauty category. Now, the more you do it, the more you will get an idea of if a sales rank is good or not, and it's just a repetition. You do not need to write it down. The more you do it, the more you will know, and it will be written in your mind. Okay, so let's stop talking about sales rank. Let's get back to Selleramp. Now, This is pretty much the quick info tab right there. This is everything that you will see with the quick info tab. The offer summary is going to tell you how many FBA offers you have, how many FBM offers you have. This is not a great example right there because there's just one offer, but yeah, we'll look at other asins later on. So, as I told you, Selleramp is a great data analysis tool because you have all the information that you need. You have 90% of the information that you need to make great purchase decision right here. To quickly look at it, I should say, you have them right here. You can see the current price, the current buy box, the current sales rank, and you can look at the 30-day average, 90-day average, 180-day average, and the lifetime average. So the reason why I like Selleramp for this is because you can quickly glance at those asins and decide if you can make deeper, if you need to make deeper analysis, okay, on the asin. Now, I would not use only Selleramp to do this. I would use Keepa as well. Keepa is a great tool, and so if it basically it meets all my criteria on Selleramp, I would look deeper into the product with Keepa, which is not the subject of this video. I have a whole video on using Keepa actually. So yeah, so use Selleramp and then use Keepa, but it will give you pretty much all the information that you need to pretty much know if you need to look deeper into the products, if this is a product that you can skip, okay? But you are always going to use those tools in conjunction one with the other. Now, after that, you have the profit calculator, which is pretty much the same thing as this, except you have more information, a better breakdown of the cost. So yeah, and then the quantity, which is going to be super helpful once you start exporting your leads to your spreadsheet, which is something that we are going to talk in a few. Now, let's scroll down a little bit more, and before we do this, let's talk about Selleramp being a great tool for storefront stalking. The reason why I'm saying this is, if you are not using Selleramp, you could use Keepa to do storefront stalking, by the way. It's a great tool as well, that I personally do not use. But if you were to actually want to storefront stalk this seller that is actually selling this t-shirt, okay, so which means looking at its storefront and actually look for products to potentially sell yourself, if you were to actually do it with the Amazon interface, this is what it looks like, okay? It's not that great. You do not have that much information, and you would not even have this information because this is information that's coming from another tool, which is DS Quick View, which gives you like the sales rank and the ASIN when you actually look at listings this way. Even on the Amazon homepage or on Amazon search, it's a great tool, by the way. Get it, it's free. So yeah, there's not a lot of information that you can see from the storefront. The reason why Selleramp is great for storefront stalking is you're going to see the difference. So let's scroll down a little bit just to open the offer from this seller, and here we go. So you have way more information at a quick glance, and you can make better decision on asins because you can see the keep a graph on the right. You can see which category sells, and you can select them. If I wanted to look only at product at a specific category or a specific brand, this seller is not a great example because he is the brand owner, but we are going to look at other sellers later. But you can basically filter by category, by brand. It's easy, and then look quickly at products and have a lot of information. So let it load a little bit so we are going to be able to see this information. I have no idea why it takes this long. It takes too long. Here we go. So you will be able to quickly look at the BSR, the maximum cost at which you need to get this product if you want it to meet your criteria. My criteria are set at 30%, and we are going to look at this in a few. The number of offers and what the buy box is currently, as well as the store stock, which is not that accurate if people actually hide their stock, by the way. So it's a way faster way to actually look through potential leads from a storefront if you want to do some storefront stalking, that if you were to actually look through the Amazon interface, okay? So this is one of the reasons why Selleramp is a good tool. Now, let's look at one of the main reasons why I am still using Selleramp, because there's other profit calculators, there's other tools such as Keepa to actually do some storefront stalking. The main reason why I'm using Selleramp is because it is super easy to actually export leads to spreadsheet. And there's a couple of spreadsheets that I would recommend you create, and I'm going to show you how to create a spreadsheet with Selleramp. So basically, if you have this lead, you can enter all the information. For example, $5, I get this product for $5, if I'm buying them, I can say that I bought 10, and I can enter right there the source, the URL, the place where I actually found this product. So let's say it's from Nike.com. I can enter it right there. You can get the whole URL that will direct you directly to the products in case you need to buy it again in the future. And so you can save it and export it to your spreadsheet. Okay, so the reason why it's great is because you really need to start getting organized, get a couple of spreadsheets together, which I'm going to detail which spreadsheet I personally use, and to just make your workflow easier when you're actually working, and if you want to grow your Amazon business, right? So here's how to create spreadsheets, and after that I'm going to show which spreadsheet you should actually create, in my opinion. So let's go right there. So when you are on Selleramp, you need to go right there on Sheets. You're going to click here and you're going to click on Setup. Okay, so from here you're going to click on New Sheet. And first of all, you need to connect your Google account to actually make sure that Selleramp actually have access to your Google account to create Google Sheets and to modify Google Sheets. Pretty easy. I'm not going to show you how to do this. You just click on the button, you log in, that's it. But yeah, so when you create your new sheet right there, this is, if you want to post the video, by the way, this is all the fields that I am using and in which order. The reason why I have that many fields, you do not necessarily need them, but I'm going to show you how I use them and why I use them. But mainly, the thing is that I'm trying to get as many information as possible. So if I want to filter my products based on specific stuff, it's going to be easy for me. Okay, so in case I want to go back to it, if you want to do the exact same as I do, here it is. Okay, but mainly you want to have the image to make it easy to if you're a visual person, to actually see the product. The export date, the product name, ASINs, source URL, Amazon URL, cost price, sales price, quantity if it is your purchase sheet, which I'm going to talk in a few. Then the rest is not, this is the main thing that you want. The ROI is something that you want as well, but after that, not all of it is a must-have, but I like to have as much information as I can, and I think that, you know, it's better to do it early, because if you need those information in the future, if you export everything to a lead management database such as OHLR, which I do not like, by the way, it's better to have too many data points than not enough data points. So just put everything, pause the video if you want to, look at all the data points that I have. If you want to set it up the same way, set it up the same way. No, here's a couple of sheets that you actually need to get, in my opinion, and I'm going to show you the way I actually set up mine. So the first sheet that you need to have is a lead bank. Okay, and let me go back here. The first thing that you need to have is a lead bank. What a lead bank is it's a sheet in which you are going to export all the leads that you find. Okay, all the leads that you find before you purchase them, or even when you purchase them. But you are going to need to export all your leads to what you call a lead bank. No, the reason why is because all the profitable leads that you are going to find are not necessarily going to be leads that you buy. Okay, and so it's a great way to actually have, you need to build a huge lead bank. Okay, if you want to be successful, you need to build a big lead bank. You need to build a database of leads that you can go back to, that you can refer to, and that you can go back to find more profitable products, to find profitable products that you actually found in the past. Okay. The reason why it's a great tool is because you, like, if you know, sometimes things slows down and stuff, and like sometimes if you just go back to leads that you found in the past, you know, if I go back to my lead bank, I can find leads that I found like 6 months ago or that I found last year that are still profitable. Okay, and so it's a great resource to have if you want to make money. Because the more leads you have, the less you need to source. Okay, and it's just leads that you can go back to over and over again. Same thing. If there's a website that has a sale, so let's say there's a sale right now on Nike.com, okay, and you found you have a lead bank, and on your lead bank you have 100 products that comes from Nike.com. Okay, instead of looking through the whole website manually, you can first focus on products that you found in the past that were profitable and check if they are still profitable and check if they are still on sale. Okay, so it's a quick way to actually make money and with minimal work. Okay, this is the reason why a lead bank is a must-have tool, and this is why this is the first spreadsheet that you should get as an Amazon seller. Okay, with Selleramp. The second spreadsheet that you are gonna need to get is a spreadsheet for all the products that you find but that are out of stock. Okay, sometimes you find great leads. By the way, you should add them both to your lead bank and to your out of stock sheet if you once you find them. The reason why you want to add them to out of stock sheet is because if you check this sheet every single day, you have great leads that are out of stock right now. You check this sheet every single day, you are going to be able to catch restock for a lot of products that are profitable. And usually, those products are great because the quantity is limited. And because of that, it is less likely to tank. So you want to have a sheet for products that when you found them were out of stock. So you can check this sheet every single day and buy those products as soon as they become available. The last sheet that you want to get, and it depends if you work with a prep center, if you work with multiple prep centers, you are going to have multiple sheets for that, but you want to have a purchase sheet. Okay, you want to have a purchase sheet for every single location at which you ship your inventory. Okay, and so for example, I have a spreadsheet for products that I ship to my home, to my house. I have a spreadsheet for products that I ship to my virtual address, and I have a spreadsheet for products that I ship to my prep center. Okay, and if you have multiple prep centers, you can have one spreadsheet for prep centers. It allows you, I mean, before that, you need to have a general purchase sheet, and then after that, I export everything that I purchase a second time to the specific place at which I purchase them, because it allows me to actually track everything that I order and mark the products that when I receive the products, mark the products that I received, in what quantity I received them, and make sure that I receive everything. Now, I use an extra field on those, and I'll make a whole video on that subject soon. But I use an extra field on those sheets with the order number, with the to make sure that, and with another number, and I add extra sheets as well. So whenever I receive a product, I move it to the next sheet, and whenever I ship a product, I move it to the next sheet. So it's always organized. But it's a quick way to stay organized and to make sure that you receive all the inventory that you order, and to quickly see if there's some inventory that is missing, so you can actually work towards getting that inventory back. So let's go back to the computer. So basically, to export a lead to your spreadsheet, so you can see all the spreadsheets that I use. To export, I have another one that I call by target that I do not necessarily use a lot, but that I'm going to use more as I grow and as I work with more VAs. Because I'm going to export everything that I need to buy for the day on this sheet, and then my VAs are going to place the orders for me. This is why I'm going to use it. By the way, you can also have leads for specific time periods for seasonal opportunities, such as back to school, which is a sheet that I have right here. Now, to export something, the only thing that you're going to need to do is click right there on the spreadsheet, and boom, this is going to be. And I'm not sure that this is a new spreadsheet that I created. Let's just do this, and yeah, this is the last spreadsheet that I created. Boom, here we go. Just by clicking here, it's going to export the lead to your spreadsheet. And so I can open the spreadsheet by going here, and here we go. This is how it's going to be. All your leads are going to be here. By the way, one thing that you should do before, this is a mistake that I made, what you should do is actually print, here we go. You scroll down and you write test and write headers, and so it's going to write the headers on your lead, on your sheet. This is the first thing that you should do. So if you did not do it, you can just cut and paste it. I'm sorry. And here we go. So you have your headers. They are not there by default. You need to do this if you want to do it. Now, let's keep looking at Selleramp and what you can do with Selleramp. Let me find this right there. So the next section that you're gonna find on Selleramp is the notes and tags. So the notes, pretty easy. The way I use it personally is whenever I find a product and whenever I add it to my lead bank, for example, I say that, okay, this is coming, like the way I pretty much write the way I was able to manufacture my margins. If you don't know what manufacturing your margin is, it's basically with online arbitrage, you are pretty much never going to buy products at MSRP, okay, at full price. And the way you make the products profitable is stacking up sales, coupons, cashback, and discounted gift cards. I have a whole video on how to actually manufacture margins that you can watch on my channel. So, what I would write in the notes before exporting my products, by the way, because I exported my products before. But what I would write right there is the way I was actually able to make my products profitable. So for example, I would write 20% sale on Nike.com, 10% welcome coupon that I loop with my catch-all email. By the way, if you want to learn this, I have a whole video on catch-all emails as well. I know I use a lot of words that if you're a beginner, you're not going to understand, but never mind. 10% welcome coupon, 5% discounted gift card, and 5% cashback. Let's call it 5% cashback. Okay, and I would write all that so I know what I need to make this product profitable at a quick glance. I would save it, and then I would only export it after that, okay? Another thing that you are going to notice here are the tags, okay? And so you can tag products with any single tag that you want, okay? So, for example, I'm going to tag this product with the YouTube video tag. And so the way you're going to use this, if you are on Selleramp and if you look at your history, because yes, you can look at the history of the products that you found. And I'm going to remove it because I checked this page way too much. So it's going to be a bad example. But you can look at the history of products that you look at, of the products that you looked at lately with your Selleramp. Okay, and if you scroll down, you're going to see all the products that I checked before I actually made the video. But the way you can use tags, and you probably seen it by now, is you can click right here on the tag. So for example, for the YouTube video, I click on the tag and I click on search, and it's going to return all the products that I tagged with this specific tag. So if it's a quick way, you can use it multiple ways. I do not necessarily use this feature, but this is a way. This is a quick way that you can find that you can sort your product, tag your product, and find them back again. You can probably use this with your VA. This is not something that I do. I do not have VA for sourcing right now. So yeah, it is not a feature that I personally use. So that's pretty much everything with Selleramp. This is a quick but before we end this video, let's look at another product. Actually, let's look at another product. Here we go, and let's look at a product with multiple offers, so it's easier for you to actually comprehend what I was basically saying with the offer. So for example, right here with this product, we can see that with a quick view, we can see that there's 10 offers selling FBA, which means that they actually sent their inventory to Amazon, and 0 offers FBM, which is they are actually shipping the offers themselves, okay? And you can just scroll down and see, just, you know, quickly see right there all the offers. And if you want to start from store, you can base your decision on what you see right there, so on the number of reviews on the stock and multiple things. So for example, this guy would be a great guy to start from store. I do not know, I just checked. But you are going to be able to see what I was telling you about with the previous store that we did not necessarily was able to actually check, because it was selling one product of the same brand, because it was a private label product. So you can basically filter products. So if you see a brand that you like, you can click right there. For example, Biotone, if I sell a lot of Biotone, and it's going to return all the products from that brand specifically. Okay, same thing if you like a specific category right there. And so it makes it way easier to go through products on a specific storefront. So I hope this video was helpful. It was quite long actually, but we were able to dive into Selleramp and look at pretty much everything that you can do with Selleramp and the way I personally use it. So make sure to get your spreadsheets. Make sure to use the link in the description if you want to try the tool. Make sure to get the sourcing guide, link in the description as well if you want to learn how to source. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video, because I release a new video every single day about selling on Amazon. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and watch those videos on the screen if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon, by the way. Thank you for watching.